Here's part 3 of my book of poems, portraits of rodeo clowns and royalty. This one has an epigraph by William Shakespeare. A calendar, a calendar. Look in the almanac, find out moonshine. This section is called Calendar Portraits. I would look at paintings from calendars and write a short poem for each month as a response to that painting. The first section are from the 1998 calendar of Pierre-Auguste Renoir's paintings. And this one is from September, and the painting is The Letter. If a man receives a letter from a black-haired woman in a red dress, he won't be reading gentle words or sentiments that drift like slow clouds in the sky. Her pen is a bow, her intention an arrow with a string of ink so she can pull his heart back to her. October, Madame Claude Monet reading. The mother-to-be who reads gives her unborn quietness and brocade pillows on which to play inside her, in the living room of the now, the bowl of the future. And this is November, self-portrait. To be present, a smile is not required. But if you smile, do so because your heart changes and its excitement is too large to stay behind your lips. December, at the concert. There is always a woman on New Year's Eve, standing at the edge of a garden, watching you, calling to you, and inviting you to fall in love with your life. The 1999 calendar of American Impressionist paintings. February, The Hand Mirror by Frederick Karolfrisky. An eyelash, a mole, and an impish dimple are but 3 of the flowers on the face of a woman whose glance will twist the captain's head. April, Two Boys Rowing by Winslow Homer. As twins row their boat, they see only the hills where they've been and a mirrored sky. But they imagine giraffes, calliopes, dragsters, and shuttlecraft just beyond the sand where they'll beach their boat. May, Hollyhocks by Frederick Karolfrisky. A woman learns in her garden that a hollyhock grows upright like a spire because its firm stalk is hollow, and gives rigid attention to multiple flowery bells. June, Young Woman Sewing in the Garden by Mary Cassatt. The hole between stitches is the perfect lair for a sulking girl whose needle and thread embroider old scenes over and over in lace. July, The Swim by Mary Cassatt. For this mother, to be in a boat in the sun without a plan, with no self-pity, and with nothing beyond the lazy gleam of her daughter's eyes, is enough today. August. Claude Monet painting at the edge of a wood by John Singer Sargent. Monet's arm disappears into his painting. His sleeve and his landscape join where his brush is implied. This is the way of many artists. Everyone else sees the rag beside his stool and his wife, off to the side and behind him. September. Daydreaming by Dewey Bates. Ah, small white flowers gladly curl to die in the lap of the one girl who sees something on the far side of a dream. October. Autumn Leaves by John Singer Sargent. Three young women feel closer on the ground, like white truffles beneath golden leaves. A natural darkness looms over their shoulders and under their voluminous virginal comforts. December. Snowstorm, Fifth Avenue, New York by Frederick Child Hassam. A boy wanders through the snowstorm toward you. He's dodged automobiles and manholes to bring you the gift he's kept warm beneath his armpit and his heart. The End Piece, Gravesend Bay by William Merritt Chase. A girl looks out on a blue world as her mother watches. That trembling child sees the infinite. Her mother knows this will pass, and her watchdog watches what we cannot see. A 2005 calendar of Johannes Vermeer's paintings. January. Study of a young woman. Her eyes are curious, small seeds of good sense, but her lips are dangerous, doors tightly closed on a secret. February. The Little Street. Out of earshot, while other women work, she returns into her dark doorway. She peeps and trembles as she remembers the long night in her lord's arms. March. A lady writing. I received a letter from a woman in a gold robe. She wrote of a love horse she would ride through dark mists and sparkling water to arrive at my door. April. The Love Letter. He arrives tonight. Sweep the door sill clean and the cold ashes from the hearth. Oh, he'll play my lute with his hands like feathers. His voice will coo like a ringdove. June. Girl with a pearl earring. He never kissed her cranberry lips. He only listened to the bees guarding her honeyed heart. July. Young woman with a water pitcher. Your serving girl scolded me as she poured my wine. Why, sir, do you tease my lady with plaintive songs, lost loves, and sorrow, when you never have to wait for her, or her lips, or the soft caress of her hands? September. The guitar player. She said to him, how long must I play for you? Shake off your shyness. Your smile is lightning across the sky of my heart. Your hesitation is a storm ready to rain on my zinnias. October, the concert. Sometimes a man listens to sisters sing their blackberry harmonies. The soprano's trill surpasses even that of the sweet-breasted field thrush, while the alto's long, aching cry rubs like a cane against a suitor's heart. November, the girl with a wine glass. Sometimes a glass of wine, rosy flattery, and a naughty rhyme will make a woman blush all the way to her toes. December, women in blue reading a letter. A child will be born after its mother casts her fear onto the dry brown bed of pine needles. Then the baby will suckle her sweet milk. The father will return home with slabs of honeycomb and loaves of bread, and the mother will know tender, quiet, wild peace. The 2006 calendar of French Impressionist paintings, the front piece, Hermitage Garden by Camille Pissarro. In a garden, in green and gold light, a woman is on her knees picking cabbage. She crawls away from her parents, who bend awkwardly with their chores. A slim, tall tree swells high above the village windows, its closed doors, its whitewashed walls, and the woman's round behind. January. Red Houses at Bjorngard, Norway by Claude Monet. If Santa Claus was a barn, painted red and white, and upright in the snow, would we still approach him in our heavy dark coats from the leeward side of the buffeted stable? February. 4 Ballerinas Resting Between Scenes by Edgar Degas. In her flowery movements, the ballerina offers me her bare, cold shoulders, her slender, still waist, her taut hips, and her pointed, knife-like stems. Behind the curtain, between numbers, her breath is rich and acrid with her nervous air, with her soul's strain, and her cool desire for refinement. March, in the garden, Camille Pissarro. As a little girl waddles up the path, her mother, laden with carrots and cabbage, gently goads her out of the garden. In the shadows, Grandma bends over the leaf pile, tends the mulch and roots in the cold soil, as if she already knows the path of all young women. April, Self-Portrait by Vincent van Gogh. Some candles are snuffed in a hard wind. Others are protected and held behind a lovingly cupped hand. Others burn swiftly with a red, yellow, blue, or green flame flapping off a black wick. The body's material is eaten and transformed to light, odd beauty, and heat. May. Argenture by Edouard Manet. "What are you waiting for?" he asked when he offered her a parasol, straight and unopened over her lap. She'd become still. The water lapped against the boat, and the slack ropes stirred a little against the mast. His urgency was the dark blue of the sea. Her quiet was the hazy blue of the sky. August, Dance at Bougival by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. After a glass of beer, she waltzes from the fuzzy world. He grips her waist greedily. She twirls her skirt away, and her smile fades as her black eyebrows dance between her flaming bonnet. The man in black will never reach her heart, so he pulls her tighter. September, Young Girls in a Boat by Henri Labasque. My three loves float with me in this green boat. The breeze riffles their Sunday hats, and the round they sing to me gently, merrily proves that life is but a dream. October, Curtain, Jug, and Bowl of Fruit by Paul Cézanne. Adam was given but one fruit. I've been offered so many that they have spilled onto the towel that Eve dried with, after she handed me a jug of wine, after she threw off her black draperies and sprawled on the finely crafted writing table. November, At the Milliner's by Edgar Degas. Grandma was a milliner. In a factory, she sewed lace veils onto the wide brims. Those brims have now disappeared into the stained old catalogs. Today, a jaunty beret or back-turned baseball cap tell me the extent of a woman's wished-for flamboyance. December, Winter Snow Effect by Alfred Sisley. If we loved well when the year dies, only a small horse-drawn hearse is needed to carry off our regrets. In 2010 December, The Poppy Field, Claude Monet. A boy's curiosity drinks mystery the way the sky drinks the clouds in the driest month. I'm an old man drinking despair the way the ocean drinks salt from the largest rivers.